12, and it's unclear whether I lent her sneakers or she lent me. It depends who tells the story. But for gym class, we were going to get in trouble. We didn't both have our sneakers, and I really think I lent her my shoes. But anyway, that was many years ago, and so Maria is going to play, and she's also my piano teacher if she's not here when I play the piano.
Oh, I hope I get to hear you play.
Okay, maybe I'll go next. Okay, go.
Where's the guitar? I was going to ask you to play along.
Oh no.
It's really simple.
Okay. You want to play more?
And for that
Yeah,
matter,
watch it.
if anyone else
Mara, you
has,
play.
it's just A, E, and D over and over again. So if anyone has an instrument, they can play A, E, and D over and over.
You don't want me to play
Even a recorder, that would be fun.
Play the recorder.
I don't know what the tuning is, shoot. I don't know what the tuning is.
I don't have a right pick.
That's fine.
No
Oh, there's
problem.
picks in the
So this is
the case thing.
yeah, A, D, and E over and over again.
In the front pocket
And
thing.
if you just come in sort of quietly, and then it gets bigger, and then you'll just see. Thank you. I'm Maria. I wrote this song actually for something my friend Susan runs. It's called the Bushwick Book Club, and every month she assigns a book, and then all these local songwriters write songs about it. And that in this particular month, it was all these local Brooklyn writers that had written short stories, and there was this one short story that I actually really didn't like, and it was called Wheat for the Miracle Baby. And it was like this kind of absurd, story, creation myth story about this like tribe that has to jump off a cliff to impregnate women. It didn't make that much sense to me, honestly. But I was reading the story and I was like, isn't it kind of a miracle though that anyone ever gets born? And then isn't it even more of a miracle that people get born that you actually get along with? Like, and so I wrote this song, and it's kind of become my multi-purpose everything song because I ended up doing it at a Bushwick Book Club event where I said I'd written it about the Bible, which was a lie. And now I've recently recorded it also for a holiday album. So it's totally multi-purpose. It's called Miracle Birth. The virgin of a carpenter was visited in the night by an angel who told her that a baby was in sight. She had it in a manger, and the wise men came with myrrh, and the angel chorus sang about the miracle birth. Miracle birth of the Lamb of God. There was no hanky-panky, but no one felt odd, because the misery of life became the miracle of birth. And true or not, disciples spread it all around the earth. Yeah. Origin stories when those planets collide, and the chaos and the curse of the miracle birth. And then the existential quandary and the moral quagmire. Honey, I'm just glad you were born. Yeah, I'm just glad you were born. Darling, I'm just glad you were born. Sweetheart, I'm just glad you were born. So I don't have to be here alone. So you can totally sing along when you're on it. There's about to be another verse that's kind of quiet. A white elephant came to Queen Maya with a lotus to tell her she was pregnant, which I guess she hadn't noticed. So she told it to her husband, but her husband didn't mind, cause everybody knew the baby coming was divine. And the villagers rejoiced when the baby sprang forth, and he took 7 steps towards the lotuses in the north. The wise men wrote it down, yeah, they put it in a book, the story of the Buddha and his miracle birth. Origin stories when those planets collide, and the chaos and the curse of the miracle birth. And then the existential quandary and the moral quagmire. Honey, I'm just glad you were born. Yeah, I'm just glad you were born. Darling, I'm just glad you were born. Sweetheart, I'm just glad you were born. So I don't have to be here alone. Yeah, I'm just glad you were born. Darling, I'm just glad you were born. Sweetheart, I'm just glad you were born. So I don't have to be here alone. Let's do it one more time. I'm just glad you were born. Darling, I'm just glad you were born. Oh, baby, I'm just glad you were born. So I don't have to be here alone.
That's one of their songs. You guys should see them play.
Oh, can I actually,
it's really
can I make a plug?
Yes.
Something just because it's free and doesn't cost you anything. But
Free.
the Dave Chan Hour just did. Definitely. The Dave Chan Hour just did a timeout. I was telling Jimmy. We just did a timeout New York recording of 2 Christmas songs at their offices this week. It was really actually kind of bizarre, but it'll be online on Monday, so you should look it up. Timeout New York, Dave Chan Hour, I guess. And we did one of Susan's
Really
originals,
fun.
which is like really bluesy and kind of depressing. It's called I'm Afraid of Christmas. And then it medleys into this awesome 80s Christmas song called Christmas Rapping. You guys know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.